Everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Britt, creator of The Style Shaker, your guide to greener and cleaner beauty. And I don't know what that was. I am back with a little comparison, a little face-off between these two little guys. This is from Florence by Mills. This is their Cheek Me Later, so it's a cream blush. And then this is from Tower 28. This is their Luminous Tinted Balm in Happy Hour. It's called Beach Please Happy Hour. Beach Please. One is a little bit more expensive than the other, not by much. So it's a little bit of a face-off slash high and low, all about those cream blushes and tints and things that you can use everywhere on your face. So if you want to hear how these two compare to one another and which one wins in my final verdict, then stick around and let's get into it. Quick rundown on each of these. I will start with the Florence by Mills, our girl from Stranger Things, Millie Bobby Brown. Way to go her. She's launching this in skincare. She's like 15, but okay, preventative. Do what you gotta do. So the Florence by Mills Cheek Me Later cream blush. I have it in Shy Sheets. It's named after Millie's besties. I don't know, I feel like I'm aged out. All of $14 for this. Not bad, not the best, not bad. 6 shades available. It's supposed to dry down to a powder finish that doesn't slip or slide off skin. Interesting. And it has kaolin clay in it, which is an oil absorber, so it's supposed to stay put on your skin. Cruelty-free, vegan, and synthetic fragrance. Now, let's talk about the Tower 28 Tinted Balm. I have this in Happy Hour. Cheers. This balm is $20. There are only 3 shades currently available. Key features are that it is a multitasking creamy balm for lips and cheeks. How many times can I say balm? Buildable and great for a luminous, dewy glow. This would be great for all skin types. Gluten-free, cruelty-free, vegan. I like to talk with my hands. So first up on the scorecard, I'm doing a Cliff's Notes version so you guys can get right to the key questions that I usually receive. And the first one is about ingredients. I have links to all of this below, so check them out. You can dive into all the fun little details in your spare time. The ingredients for both of these looked actually very good. Very good. There is an aluminum starch oxybabadibidibida. I can't pronounce it. I looked it up further because anytime I see aluminum, I'm like, I found out some information that I didn't really like. It wasn't very comforting. But once again, there's just not enough data to get me to a confirmed answer here. So I put links below. You can check it out. That was just one that made me go, next. It's all about the color here. These are blushes and tints, so we want to know how do they perform. The color on the Florence by Mills, totally different colors, obviously. Totally different kind of feel and vibe overall. Very silky when you first touch it and the heat of the hand warms it up. Glides on, and the color for me was more of a pale pink. So I think this would work better for a fairer skin type. I also think this lends itself and puts itself into that little highlighter arena, but it's a subtle one. So for people that aren't looking for that like bold, bam, in your face pop of color, that is what this provided. And also it wasn't dewy in any way, shape, or form. It was just a little bit more of a sheen on top, which you'll see in the swatches. Then the Tower 28, this was definitely dewy like they said it was. There is more of a luminous finish. If you turn your face and you have this on it, you'll see a dewiness, a glow. I actually love that. I'm a fan of that instead of like the disco ball glitter situation. It's a personal preference, but the color payoff here was very strong and it was buildable. I would say they were both buildable, but since the Florence by Mills was a little bit lighter of a shade, it didn't really pop as much. Wasn't necessarily supposed to, so keep that in mind. The Tower 28 really did perform when it came to pigment. In terms of multi-purpose, the Tower 28 I did use on lips, lids, cheeks, all of it. Fabulous, it showed up. The Florence by Mills, yeah, I used it on the cheeks. I would not use this color on my lips. Then I could use this on my lid. Very light wash, very shimmery. It was kind of like, oh, okay, cute, I guess. This was, oh wow, okay, I know what this is. I know what it's doing. I can use it in all the different places. Boom, done. Application, again, the claim on the Florence product was that it dries down to a powder. Actually kind of did, which is interesting because it looks more dewy in the compact. So true. The application on the Tower 28, they say it's good for all skin types. I'm not sure it's good for all skin types. That's a very tricky claim. I don't think it would be bad for one in particular, but it does provide more of a dewy look. So if you have oily skin already, I think you would probably want to avoid this. You could set this, but it kind of defeats the purpose. Oh, and I should probably also mention one of the other claims here was that it's an oil absorber. I don't have super oily skin. I didn't find that to be true, but I couldn't prove it to be false. I'm just gonna put it out there because it was one of their claims. Time for the final verdict. Which one one wins and why, it just depends on the color that you're looking for and the skin type you have. If you're looking for something a little bit more fair, if you're looking for something that isn't dewy, and if you're looking for something that has a little bit of sheen but isn't like a full-on highlighter, the Florence by Mills is a great option. Personally, this would be maybe a nice to have. I'm not sure why I would use it, but that's a personal preference. The Tower 28, you have maybe drier skin. If you want a dewy look, if you want to see the color a little bit more, then this is a great option. Also, I feel like you get more of a multi-purpose use out of it than I would my skin color, my skin type out of this one, but it really just depends on what you look like and what you like and all your things. Okay, you know, personal verdict here, would I repurchase this one? Really ended up liking this. Usually these are sort of a nice to have it, but the Tower 28, I actually think I would repurchase it. It's a color that I can use quite a bit, and I can blend it into other stuff that I have on my face really easily. So I was a fan. And that is the comparison. I mean, for me, the Tower 28 wins. But for you, who wins? Have you tried these? Do you have any feedback on them? Do you love one versus another? And let us know your skin type, by the way, because that always helps. That is all I have for today's Face Off. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up to support the channel. And as always, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another video like this one. I'll see you guys right back here real soon. Until then.